stop making excuses. Stop making excuses, people. Stop making excuses. Echo, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. If things are not going right for you, then make a difference. Seriously, if you're not making the money that you want and you deserve, stop making excuses. If you're not selling the amount of cars that you want to sell, stop making excuses. If you can't buy the things for your kids or for your spouse or for your friends or your relatives, stop making excuses. Oh, damn, Sean, that's kind of, if you don't like it, turn me off. Stop watching the video, okay? If you want to get real, if you want to get specific, keep watching the video. But the whole concept of this video, matter of fact, that's why the title of this video is Stop Making Excuses. Life is either about actions. It's either about inactions, the actions you don't take, or the actions you do take. It's really simple. You either do or you don't. And unfortunately, I keep hearing people whine and complain and bitch and moan and blame. Stop it. This video is here just to prove a point. Okay, in a couple minutes, you're going to see my daughter on this video talking about the 7 habits of highly effective teens. But wait, folks, she's 12 years old. Her name is Kalina Bradley. She is 12 years old, and she grasps at 12 years old the concept of proactive, reactive mindset, about beginning with the end result in mind, about thinking win-win, about synergy. You know, on top of that, she has watched the movie The Secret 3 times, all about the laws of attraction, the laws of manifestation.
I watched The Secret 3 times. it taught me a lot of stuff, like not to think negative, not to say things negative, because the things that you say are the things that are going to be the outcome of it that you say.
And do you believe it?
Yeah. What I'm reading so far is I'm on the first habit, and it's talking about proactive and reactive people, and how reactive people are blaming the universe and everybody around them for things that are their fault for doing it. So they're trying to blame everybody else for things that are really their fault. They're not taking charge of their own life.
Now, you can say, oh, that she's your daughter. Stop, okay? There's people that are successful or wealthy or celebrities, their kids aren't there. She is the product of her. Yes, I've influenced her a little bit, but she makes the actions day to day to do what she chooses to do, what she feels is right. She does gymnastics. She does karate. She's a brown belt. She's an assistant instructor. She's also in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's an artist. She's learning Photoshop. The girl is 12 years old, and she's being mentored by Dealer Synergy college graduates on how to use Photoshop and how to do that stuff.
I was going to get paid $100 for reading it, but when I started reading it, it was really good. So I started it maybe like last year, but then I stopped because, you know, in the beginning I didn't really want to read it, and I just was doing it for the money. But now, like, I really am into the book, and I think that I would even read it without getting paid.
So if a 12-year-old little girl can do this, what's your excuse? Is it good? Because I'd like to know, okay? Seriously. Because if a 12-year-old little girl could turn around and take success seriously, could start to project and plan her life at 12 years old, what is your excuse? Okay? Stop making excuses. We are in control of our own destiny. We could be whatever we want to be. We could do whatever we want to do. If you think about it, people have cloned sheep. There's probably people that are cloned themselves walking around, but the government doesn't want us to know this. There's people that have traveled to the moon. I mean, you know, 50 Cent made $100 million or more on water. He owned, you know, vitamin water, 10%. Glacier came in and was sold to Coca-Cola for, I don't know, $4 billion. I mean, it's just the craziest. The things that people make a tremendous amount of money, a tremendous amount of impact on. And you work at a car dealership. Why can't you maximize that? I love the car industry because you could make as much money as you can earn. I'm going to repeat that. You can make as much money as you can earn, but you have to want it. You have to want it bad. You have to be willing to do the things that the average person isn't willing to do. Disclaimer, legally, morally, ethically speaking, of course. But you need to absolutely want it. And you need to push the excuses to the side. You know, I'm sure you're going to have obstacles. I'm sure you're going to have problems. But you need to be able to dip and weave. You need to be able to go under, over, or frickin' right through that obstacle, right through that objection, right through that challenge that's holding you back. You could do anything you put your mind to. And I hope seeing my daughter, Miss Kalina Bradley, at 12 years old, speaking, articulating, is just a little bit of an example of what you have the opportunity to achieve. You are empowering if you decide to be empowering over your life. Sean Bradley, stop making excuses.